Okay, we're going to use synthetic division to find out if minus 5 is a factor of this polynomial. So basically, you're going to be asked to find p of minus 5. First thing we do is set up the box for synthetic, minus 5 in here. List the coefficients across the top, 1, 2, minus 1, 4. And let's do synthetic. Now, if minus 5 is a factor, do you know what happens here at the end? I should get 0. If I don't, I go back, check for arithmetic errors or some other sort of mistake. Maybe I copied the problem wrong. All right, bring down the 1. Minus 5 times 1, minus 5. Add, minus 3. Okay, minus 5 times minus 3, plus 15. Add, I get 14. Minus 5 times 14, negative 70. Add, negative 66. Is minus 5 a factor of that polynomial? No, not a factor. Now, even though minus 5 was not a factor of this polynomial, I know that if I plug minus 5 into this polynomial, I get the answer negative 66. So, p of negative 5 equals negative 66. You can also check this with your calculator by putting negative 5 into the polynomial in this fashion. You should get negative 66. I'm going to leave that for you to check. Now the type of problem that you're going to have to do is this. Is an x minus 2 a factor of this polynomial? And again, use synthetic. If you're starting with x minus 2, you have to do a little solve here and go x minus 2 equals 0, x equals 2. You're going to use synthetic with 2. Again, list the numbers across here, coefficients. 1, negative 4, 5, 4, negative 12. Now, I'm going to do synthetic again. All right. Bring down the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Add, negative 2. 2 times negative 2, negative 4. Add, 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Add, 2 times 6, 12. Add, 0. Is x minus 2 a factor of this polynomial? Yes. How do I know? When you use synthetic, if the final answer comes out to 0 in this last spot, that means there's no remainder. So, x minus 2 is a factor of that polynomial. And when I do that, the polynomial that is left is x to the third minus 2x squared plus 1x plus 6. I've found a factor of the polynomial. So, you're going to get to try that. Now, the type of problem you're going to have to solve is this type here. Given this polynomial, solve it. Given 1/3 is a root. So again, you're going to use synthetic. 1/3 is the number we're testing to see if it's a root. List the numbers across the top. 3, minus 1, minus 18, plus 6. Now, if 1/3 is a root, what happens here? Hopefully, you remember that you get a 0 if 1/3 is a root. So, let's test it out here. Bring down the 3. 1/3 times 3 is 3. Whoops. 1/3 times 3 is 1. Add, I get 0. 1/3 times 0, 0. Add, I get negative 18. 1/3 times negative 18, negative 6. Plus 6 minus 6, 0. Is 1/3 a root? Yes. I solved part of this equation. Now, I know that the remaining equation is 3x squared plus 0x minus 18. What do I do with that? Any thoughts? Okay, here's what I know. 1/3 was a root, so that means x minus 1/3 is a factor of that polynomial. The next polynomial, 3x squared minus 18, is also a polynomial factor of the original equation that we were given. So this, if I solve it, gives me the root 1/3. I knew that. How can I solve this one? Well, I can factor it, or I can just straight up solve it. Let's just solve it. 3x squared minus 18 equals 0. 3x squared equals 18. All right, let's move this paper up a little bit. Divide by 3. X squared equals 6. So as I finish solving this problem, I get x equals the square root of 6, and remember I need plus or minus, so x equals root 6, x equals minus root 6. So this is a third degree equation. There are 3 answers. X equals 1/3, x equals root 6, and x equals minus root 6. You should be able to solve these now. Good luck.